There is a new update on the horizon, the collection log rework, which dare I say, with everything on the line, this changes. Well, not really, it's just a cool update I'm really looking forward to. It does bring some new features though, like we're gonna get this new interface that will track your latest items you gained, will put everything in its proper categories, and even has a progress bar to your next level. Yeah, you heard that right. Even collection log has levels now. Every few hundred new items you unlock, you are rewarded a new cosmetic staff to brag about how many hours you played in a 20-year-old wizard game and an offhand book with similar style. These items will not have stats. They are just purely cosmetic, but the flexing you can do is definitely worth the grind. And finally, we're also gonna have a brand new high scores dedicated to collection logs, and once again, Jagex is proving that they are indeed sexist by putting the women lower than the men. Never gonna escape the allegations, are we? The update is supposedly coming out at the start of 2025, so basically it's just a few months away from now, and I'm not gonna lie, my clogging numbers are not looking very good at the moment. Women are making fun of me, men are making fun of me, Jagex is making fun of me. I mean, at the moment, if I had the new cosmetic staff, it would be iron. Ew, gross. So today I wanna get the number to at least 500. I'm gonna do a solid 10-hour gaming session and try to get there as fast as possible. I want to show you some easy collection log items that you can complete in just few hours, so when the update does hit, you can flex your big strong stick on other players. Let's do this. It is clogging time. Here is a fun fact for you. Clue scrolls make up roughly 40% of the entire collection log we have in Oldschool Runescape. There are currently over 600 items in the clue scroll tabs out of the 1560 available to us. So when you're thinking about clogging it up, your first look should always be towards clue scrolls. And you don't even need to look that far. For example, I spent a little bit over 2 hours completing 50 easy clues, and after opening them, I got 10 extra collection log items. Now, I use gourmet implinks to get the easy clues, and I spent about 5 million GP on the implinks, and I got only 2 million GP back. So I did end up losing roughly about 3 million pieces of coins, but there are alternative options to get them. Like with Varlamore, they added a new AFK thieving method, and you can get one easy clue roughly every 5 to 7 minutes. Then I got a little addicted, and I also did another 25 medium caskets right after that, and it also gave me 10 collection log slots. So in total I got 20 new item unlocks in 4 hours of opening clue scrolls. Unfortunately, no ranger boots, never lucky, 25 caskets, no boots, shaking my head, but I think everyone can agree that clue scrolls are the best options for getting your number up. Once again, I used eclectic implinks, which really is the MVP for medium clues. Despite the implinks being like 6k each, you still profit on average like 70k per medium clue. But if you don't want to waste money, the obvious answer is Falador cards with 1 in 100 drop rate after you complete the medium combat achievements and medium Falador diary. Oh, and by the way, side note to clue scrolls, random events, stop dismissing them. It's time to finally spend that 20 seconds and complete them to unlock some new collection log items. There are a total of 23 random event items on the collection log, and most of them will take you just few seconds to obtain. The good part is that random events also give you experience lamps once you have unlocked all the items with that event. However, make sure you don't drop your items after you unlock them through collection log, because the random events will give you duplicates if you have none in your bank. So after you get them, just put them in your bank or POH in a fancy dress box, and the next time you will get a new item instead of a duplicate. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and this one includes the new aggro potion that was just introduced with Varlamore Part 2. The TzHaar creatures in Mol Ulrek have 10 collection log items to obtain them, but the problem was always getting the aggro. That's why people oftentimes prefer doing chat or suck as their slayer tasks rather than just killing the creatures. But the coding potion fixes that problem. The potion itself is currently sitting at like 70k each, but it's going down in price every single day. The idea is pretty simple. You just come to the middle. I found a spot to have the most amount of creatures. You sip a dose of the aggro potion, and everything in a 9x9 radius will get aggro towards you. I found out that using blood barrage is the best way to go about this, since there are 3 combat styles used here, and you will take damage, but all of it is neglected by the blood barrage healing. And I didn't do this, but you can wear a ring of wealth, which does pick up your toggle from the ground, and that saves you some time. You can get up to like 10 to 15,000 toggle per hour, which is not a lot, but it does add up over time. You get about 250,000 magic experience per hour if you do barraging like I did, and the way I choose to do it is just by restoring stats at the Narita altar, using my achievement gate to teleport back to TzHaar City, and go again. But you can just use any method you find like Ferox Enclave or your POH to restore stats, and then use Fairy Ring to get back. If I'm gonna be honest, I thought I was gonna lose a lot of money here, but surprisingly all the obsidian items are quite expensive. I guess people don't really hunt these creatures anymore, so the demand for items has gone up. And that's also why I got like 2 million GP in drops in 1 hour. Overall, if you don't feel like doing a chat task or a suck task but want some really good Slayer experience, this new aggro potion is definitely a good solution in this place. Plus, over time you will green log this section as well. By the way, I noticed that literally over 83% of my audience isn't subscribed to my channel, so if you did stumble across some of my videos and want to see them as soon as they come out, consider helping me out and subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue with some more PvM. Perilous Moons has 13 collection log slots, and the best part about this minigame is not only that it's extremely profitable, but it's because you can't get duplicated items until you green log the entire minigame. And when I say profitable, I mean profitable. You know what this brought me back to? In 2006, full cotton set was the shizzle. It was literally the best armor in the entire game just because of its passive effect. Healing is OP in RuneScape, which made the melee set cost almost 20 million GP. And back then, paying 20 million GP for a cotton set was a lot more than it is today. Now in 2024, we have the Perilous 2.0, the upgraded version, and once again, the melee set currently costs almost 40 million GP to obtain. The best part is this 40 million GP is pretty much guaranteed for you if you spend 1 or 2 days in Perilous Moons. And since you have the duplicate protection, you are guaranteed to get the full Blood Moon set at some point. Or you know what, if you're an Iron Man, you can just keep the Blood Moon set because it's actually a disgustingly good armor, and also the reason why it's so expensive. The entire set hits like a truck, and it's like a perfect mid-game armor to have. However, if you do green log Perilous Moons, which should take you roughly 250 KC on average, you will receive in total about 65 million GP profit if you sell everything you get. Good luck with the minigame. So after I did some PvMing, I wanted to quickly fill out some slots without much effort, and the first one was Tower of Life. I put a timer down near my report button to see how fast I can get all 7 items here, and basically the entire idea is that after the quest you can come downstairs and each monster has their own unique drop, and all of them are pretty easy to kill. In total it took me 25 minutes to get all 7 items, and the only downside was that I had to constantly bank to get more ingredients to spawn these creatures. Like for example, giant frog legs are 6k each, and I had to buy 50 of these because I actually went dry on the last creature. Every this frog creature I killed, I lost like 5k GP, so if you're struggling with money, prepare to lose some more here. But after completing that, I realized there are some really cheesy methods to pump up your numbers very fast. It's like taking enhancing pills for your PP, but instead it's collection log items. Like for example, you can buy some Numalite from GE, use your TzHaar pendant to teleport to Fossil Islands, and then just open up this chest over here. It has 10 notes in it, and all of those notes are collection log items. It literally took me like 2 minutes to get plus 10 on my number. Extremely fast, and I felt like I was cheating here. It was so easy. But then I realized there's so many notes in collection log section. In fact, just out of curiosity, I went through the entire collection log to see how many items are labeled as notes, and the number is 41. Yeah, 41 pages that are super easy to fill out. Like this example of the ancient cavern, where apparently there are 26 notes and each of them is on the collection log. Now there's 2 methods to go about this. One of them is just going into the cavern, touching the skeleton and then running out. You hop worlds and you repeat. The other method is going to the deep end of the cavern, turning your NPC aggression timer on, waiting out the 10-minute timer so NPCs nearby are not aggressive anymore, and then just running between these 2 skeletons who have a chance to give you the ancient pages. I thought it was genuinely one of the most boring things ever. I couldn't do it for a long time. It's just not very rewarding, but if you want to spend like 3 hours touching some skeletons, this is the place where you get 26 ancient pages. The only problem is that you can get duplicates. Like I kept getting pages, but I didn't see collection log pop-ups, so do this at your own risk and sanity. Mine ran out pretty fast. but it did get me across the 500 collection log number. So when the rework does come out at the start of next year, I'm probably gonna be a proud owner of a steel cosmetic staff. Some collection logs I didn't mention, like Shasian armor, I have already completed, but if you haven't, it takes like 40 minutes to complete and it has 25 items in total. Very easy and very fast. I also know that people who have Maxscape and now focus on collection log pretty much retire at the Trouble Brewing minigame because it has 30 collection log items and you can basically AFK that minigame without much effort. And the same goes for Castle Wars as well. And then you have things like Forestry and Shades of Mortem, which both have very good and easy collection log tabs to fulfill. And guess what? It is your lucky day. I've made a video about both of these minigames, so if you want to see what's the fastest way to green log both of these places, you can click right here. But that's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you all tomorrow with another one. I love you all very much. Bye.